Good evening, second and third graders. I am Mrs. Johnson, your school principal.
And I'm Mrs. Hendrickson, your assistant principal.
We want to welcome you to a brand new school year. We have something very special in store for you this year. We started our Sunday evening book club.
Each Sunday, you can log on to the school's website and click on our link and enjoy a book or two prepared by Mrs. Johnson and myself.
You can either follow along at home if you have the book, or you can just sit back and relax and let us read to you. So this week is extra special because tonight is the night before your first day of school. So we have a couple of books to read. The first book I'm going to read is Get Ready for Second Grade Amber Brown by Paula Danziger, and the illustrator is Tony Ross.
And I'm reading How Not to Start Third Grade. This is by Cathy, Hapka, and Titlebaum, and it is illustrated by Debbie Pollen.
Okay, so get ready for second grade Amber Brown. The good news is that I, Amber Brown, am going to be a second grader. The bad news is that Mrs. Wilson, the second grade teacher, had to quit 2 weeks ago. Her husband got a new job and they moved. Anyone who was ever a second grader loved Mrs. Wilson, and she said she was a great teacher. She used to smile at me in the hall. Now there's going to be a new teacher. I don't know her, and she doesn't know me. What if she doesn't like me? I try not to think about it. In just an hour, I will find out who the second grade teacher is. Right now, I will get ready for school. On my bed are all of my school supplies, new pens and pencils, a new notebook, and my lucky pen with purple feathers. I unzip my new teddy bear backpack. My Aunt Pam sent it to me. She said that it's an Enjoy Second Grade present. I named him Bear Lee. His full name is Bear Lee Brown because he is barely brown, and he is barely ready for second grade, just like me. I put everything in my backpack and zip it up. Bear Lee, I said, you are so special. Everyone is going to like you, except Hannah Burton. But don't worry, she is mean to a lot of people, especially me. Amber, my mom calls upstairs. It's time for breakfast. I pick up Bear Lee and look in the mirror. I'm wearing my new clothes. On my knee is a scab. It's almost ready to fall off. I named it Scabulous. Bear Lee, Scabulous, and I are ready. Second grade, here we come. Breakfast. Mom and Dad have a breakfast with me. You look beautiful, Dad says. I smile at him. You look smart, he continues. You look like everybody will want you to be their best friend. Mom puts a bowl of cereal in front of me. I know that this is going to be a great year for you, she says. I, Amber Brown, know that they are just saying that because they are my mom and dad. We finish our breakfast. There's a knock on the door. It's Justin, my best friend from next door. He is wearing his new Robo-Man backpack. My dad is driving Justin and me to school. Justin says, this year I'm going to tell chicken jokes. I just look at him. Why did the chicken cross the playground, he asks. I think about it. To get to second grade? He makes a face. No, silly. To get to the other slide. My father laughs, and so do I. We get out of the car and go to the playground. That's where second graders meet before school starts. Jimmy Russell and Bobby Clifford are wrestling on the ground in their brand new school clothes. Vinnie Simmons is showing everyone the snake tattoo on his arm. Even though he tells everyone it is real, I can tell that it's not. I stick my finger in my mouth to get it wet. I ask Vinnie to let me look at the tattoo, and I touch it with my wet finger. Some of it comes off. I don't say anything, but I, Amber Brown, know for sure that the tattoo is not on Vinnie's arm forever. Vinnie knows I know. He sticks his tongue out at me. Gregory Gifford and Freddie Romano are showing each other tricks that they have learned over the summer. Gregory can whistle standing on his hands. Freddie can recite 15 state capitals and do armpit music at the same time. The girls are talking about the new teacher. Elisa Sanchez says that her name is Miss Light. I hear that she really wants to teach high school students, Alicia says. I hear that she calls second graders knee biters, Naomi Schwartz adds. Tiffany Schroeder holds on to her good luck Barbie doll. I'm scared, she says. I want Mrs. Wilson to come back. Hannah Burton joins our group. She looks at my backpack. How baby Amber, a second grader, shouldn't wear a baby backpack that looks like a teddy bear. I am not going to let Hannah ruin second grade for me. I ignore Hannah Burton. Naomi and Alicia put their animal backpacks down next to Bear Lee and look at Hannah. She shrugs and mumbles, babies. My class talks about Miss Light and the things that we are worried about. I wasn't so worried until we all started talking. What if she gives 7 hours of homework? What if she gets really upset if we color outside the lines? What if she doesn't give out bathroom passes? What if she's an alien from some foreign planet? The bell rings. It's time to meet Miss Light. We all go inside to room 2. Miss Light is waiting for us at the door. She doesn't look like any teacher I've ever seen before. She looks like a high school kid or a babysitter. She's wearing a denim dress. There are all sorts of patches and pins on it. School buses, pens, pencils, chalkboards, chalk, books, paper, and she's got on earrings that are shaped like light bulbs. And they light up. I get it. Miss Light. Light bulbs. She smiles and says hello and welcome to each of us as we go in. She even says hello to Bear Lee. I'm beginning to think that Miss Light might be okay. The entire room is decorated. We go to the seats where our names are written on cardboard cutouts of light bulbs. I'm sitting with Frederick Allen. I hope that over the summer he stopped picking his nose. I'm sitting with Justin Daniels. Hooray! I'm sitting with Hannah Burton. Yuck. Hannah looks at my name on the cardboard light bulb. Amber Brown. What a sap you are. Ugh, you probably don't even know that amber comes from the tree sap that gets hard. Sometimes there are things like spiders and bugs in it. I know she is right about that. My mom gave me a book about amber and my dad gave me an amber pendant with a little fly in it. Hannah makes a face at me. That's it. I say, look, Hannah Burpton, stop it. Frederick Allen says, Hannah Burpton. Justin starts singing, Unhappy Burpton to you. Miss Light stands at the front of the room. Welcome to second grade, she says, and smiles at us. This is going to be such an exciting school year. We are going to learn new things about the world and ourselves. She continues, as you know, my name is Miss Light. Do you know what the word light means? I raise my hand quickly. I want to be the first person to answer a question in second grade. Everyone else has a hand raised. Miss Light chooses Frederick. Light is a kind of energy, he says. Frederick Allen is very smart. Miss Light beams at him. I guess that makes it a light beam. She says, absolutely right. Light helps us to see things. Most of our light comes from the sun. Some of our light comes from the moon. We get light from electricity when we flick a switch. Justin pretends to put his finger in a make-believe socket. Zing! Miss Light nods at him. That can really happen. Electricity can be very powerful. Wow, we all say. She grins at me. Amber, do you know what your name has to do with the word electricity? I shake my head. No. She continues, the word electricity comes from the word electron. Electricity is flowing electrons. The Greek word for electron is, everyone looks at me. Amber, Miss Light says. I light up. I, Amber Brown, am so happy. I guess now that I know about electricity, I can say that I am all charged up. Turning to Justin, I grin. He gives me a thumbs up. Way to go. I look at Hannah Burton. I smile and cross my eyes. Miss Light continues, I want all of you to have lots of energy to learn and grow. I, Miss Light, want to help you shine as students. From now on, she says, you are going to be the group known as the Bright Lights. And we all grin. Next, Miss Light gives us all the rules we will follow in second grade. We will be respectful, we will be on time, and we will do our work. Then she picks up a book from her desk and goes to her rocking chair. She starts reading a book. It's a chapter book. Hooray! By the end of the year, I, Amber Brown, am going to be able to read a chapter book all on my own. And next year, when I go to third grade, I'm going to tell the new second graders that they don't have to be scared. I, Amber Brown, am ready for second grade.
All right. How not to start third grade. First day jitters. Hi, my name is Will. Today is my first day of third grade. I can't wait to see if my friends and talk about soccer camp. There's just one problem. Today is my little brother Steve's first day of school too. He's starting kindergarten. If you have a little brother and he's anything like Steve, you know exactly why I'm worried. Mom handed us our lunches. Mine was in a brown bag. Steve's was in a superhero lunchbox. Steve looked at my lunch and then at his. I want a brown bag like Will, he cried. As usual, Steve got what he wanted. Time for school, Buster, Steve sang. Let's go. But Mom put a stop to that idea. She said dogs and school don't mix. Buster could ride to school with us, but he couldn't go inside. She called it a compromise. I wasn't sure what that meant. I guess it's another word for Steve gets his own way. In the car, I set my lunch bag on my left knee. Steve set his lunch bag on his left knee. Mom was going on and on about what a big deal Steve's first day of kindergarten was. But I was more concerned about my first day. I whispered to Steve, if you see me in the hall, just walk on by like you don't know me. Steve giggled. Who are you? I don't know you, he said. Hey, Mom, who's that sitting next to Buster? Mom didn't look too amused. That's when I learned back to school lesson number 1. Your mom will never see your little brother for the pest he is. A first day to remember. It had to be a record. It was only the first day of school, and there I was outside the principal's office with Steve and Buster. Buster was licking dried pizza off of Steve's elbow. Principal Smiley hung up the phone and came out. Your mom is coming to pick up Buster, she said. She told me he got loose when she was running errands. He came to see me, Steve said proudly. I guess he missed me a lot. While we were waiting, the lunch period ended. The cafeteria doors opened and kids came out screaming. Soon we were surrounded. Everyone was talking at once, and they were all talking about Steve. Lunch will never be the same again, someone said. Steve really knows how to have fun, someone else added. I was amazed. Steve was a celebrity. Chelsea pushed her way through the crowd. Hey, Will, she said, your little brother is so cool. Soon the bell rang and other kids were back to class. I sat there and wondered if Chelsea was right. Could my little brother actually be cool? School is fun, Steve said. Your friends are nice, Will. Thanks, I said. They think you're nice too, I guess. I'm not sure what my teacher thinks, though. I laughed as I remembered Mr. Duffy standing on his chair and Principal Smiley's face when Buster slurped her. At least you keep things interesting, I told Steve.
Right. Well, we hope you enjoyed the books, boys and girls. Now, when we come to you with our book club for the second and third graders, sometime we'll be reading the same book for a few weeks. And so we will be sharing that with you each week. We love to read, and we are so excited that we are able to share our love of reading with you. So have a great night, get lots of sleep, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a great night, guys.
Good night.